Good evening and welcome to Around the Grounds here at Finalwhistle.ie. This Monday evening we have one game down for decision, and that was the tie between DLR Waves and Peamount United in the Women's National League, the final game from this recent game week. Reporting on the action from the Belfield Bowl is Jack Joy.
It ended DLR Waves 1, Peamount United 1 in an entertaining fixture at Belfield this evening. Dervla Byrne's 94th minute header cancelled out Katie Malone's 50th minute header to see things end in a 1-1 draw. No doubt Peamount had the better start. Sive Doyle had a shot early on, and that was saved by Eve Bandana and Anya O'Gorman. Peamount's Ireland International also had a point-blank effort saved by Eve Bandana in the DLR goal, and she would be a very solid presence all night. DLR did come into it around the 15-minute mark. Sarah McKevitt was very dangerous on the far side for the Waves all game, and her crosses did pose a danger for Peamount. She probably created the best chance for DLR in the first half. The ball fell to Kate Mooney right in front of goal, but she couldn't beat the Peamount keeper, and things stayed level. Peamount would finish the half much better. They were only denied goals from Eve Bandana in the DLR goal again. Louise Corrigan, the DLR defender, was deemed to have fouled Anya O'Gorman in the penalty area in the 38th minute, and Stephanie Roach stepped up to take a penalty. You were thinking at that stage it's not all over, but it's 1-0 to Peamount. But Bandana was able to anticipate Roach's shot, and she dived right and saved. And in the following moments, Bandana was vital again in stopping two more efforts as Peamount really put on the pressure. Lauren O'Callaghan had a dipping effort saved, tipped over the bar by Bandana, and Stephanie Roach again had a header and Bandana saved. DLR were aggressive in the second half. They came out looking to score, and it was within 5 minutes they had a goal. Sarah McKevitt again was the danger woman for DLR, and her cross to Katie Malone, the far post, ended in DLR going a goal up. After that, Peamount really stepped up a gear and they put the pressure on DLR. They really hemmed them in, but multiple efforts from Sive Doyle, Anya O'Gorman and the likes just couldn't beat Bandana and the DLR defence, who were putting bodies on the line all over the place, and last-ditch efforts, really preventing the visitors from scoring. Late on, DLR began to win set pieces up the field in the Peamount area, and kind of looked to have stopped any momentum for Peamount. And as the game went on, it looked to be DLR that would gain all 3 points, but with 4 minutes added on, Peamount pushed again, and Dervla Byrne got on the end of a cross in the 94th minute, the last play of the game, to head over Bandana and draw the game at 1-1. So DLR were denied their first win over Peamount since 2017, but you could say they'd still be happy with a result over Peamount. Peamount, with a point, they don't go third, but after the game they had tonight, they can be happy with a point. So it ended in Belfield. DLR Waves 1, Peamount 1.
Perfect, Jack. Thank you for that report. And of course, the result finished all square in that game this evening, thanks to a late equaliser by Dervla Byrne. We'll take a look at the league table and see where those two teams are currently sitting, as opposed to all the weekend's action as well. DLR Waves remain in 6th place, and Peamount United remain in 4th. They are now 2 points behind Athlone Town in 3rd place. Looking at the goal scoring statistics as well, coming from that division, Anya O'Gorman is still the top goal scorer. She could not find the back of the net this evening, but she is still the top goal scorer with 13 goals. And the goal scorer this evening, Katie Malone for the DLR Waves, gets her 5th goal of the season, while Dervla Byrne, she left it late to get the goal, but it was her first goal for Peamount United in the league this season, and what a time to get it for her club. And looking at the goalkeeping stats as well, it still remains the exact same with Amanda Budden, with 10 clean sheets to her name so far this season. Despite her heroics from the penalty spot this evening, Eve Bandana couldn't get her 7th clean sheet of the season. She is tied with Niamh Coombs of Athlone Town on 6. We'll look at the fixtures as well coming up shortly. No Women's National League taking place next weekend, but we do have a full round of cup ties instead of their place. So the first round of the Women's Cup ties next weekend, DLR Waves will be taking on fellow opposition from the league in the form of Treaty United at 4 p.m. at the Bowl, while Peamount are also in action as they welcome non-league side Finalwhistle United to PRL Park for a 5 p.m. kickoff. And Galway Women's FC are also in action on Saturday. They head to the capital to take on Bohemians at Dalymount Park, where kickoff there is at 6 p.m. And there's 2 games on Sunday. Athlone Town are also on the road to Dublin as they take on Whitehall Rangers. And the other tie of the day is the meeting of Cork City and Letterkenny outfit Bunagee United. Both those games will kick off at 2 p.m. Looking ahead, then we have Premier Division action down for decision this week as well. The first game coming on Thursday as UCD are hosting Bohemians at the UCD Bowl, while on Friday just 2 games down for decision as Shelburne are in action at Tulk Park against struggling Finn Harps, while it's the Lough Derby at Head in the Game Park between Drogheda United and Dundalk. And there's plenty more drama to come from the first division on Friday as well. Waterford, fresh from their first loss in 8 games, welcome Wexford in the South East Derby at the RSC. Treaty United look to remain in touch with Wexford for the final promotion spot as they are in the Markets Field to take on promotion chasing Longford Town. Galway United will be hoping to cut Cork's lead at the top of the table down to a single point. They host fellow Cork opposition Cove Ramblers at MNDC Park. And of course, Cork are not in action this week. And Athlone Town are the final game of the night as they take on Bray Wanderers in Lissywullen. But we do have other fixtures as well. Apart from league action, we have some European football coming as well. Tomorrow evening, Shamrock Rovers are in their first home leg tie at Tallaght Stadium as they take on Hibernians for an 8 o'clock kickoff. While on Thursday, Sligo Rovers are away in Wales to Bala Town. That game kicks off at 7 o'clock, while Derry City host Riga in their Europa Conference League tie. That game kicks off at 7:45. That concludes all of our action from this evening. The report from the Peamount and DLR Waves game will be available on the Finalwhistle.ie website, and you can catch up with us again on Thursday evening for another episode of Around the Grounds. We've plenty more action to come later on this week, so hopefully you'll stay tuned for that. But until we speak again, have a lovely rest of your week, and we'll chat to you next time. Goodbye.